What's up, YouTube? We are back with another video. It is me, Pedro Mclovin, coming back with another 2K24 build video for you. So I've been playing some Park, and I've struggled to have a solid big man in the Park with me. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and make one instead. So I went to the builder, I looked at a bunch of different builds, and I think I came up with an extremely dangerous big man to have in the Park on 2K24. So let's get in, let's make this build, all right? So obviously, as everyone knows, hand number doesn't matter. I always do the same one. All right, so we're here, okay? What do we do? Do we do a power forward? Do we do a center? Well, there's a couple different aspects that I looked at for this build. First and foremost, I think speed, shooting, passing, and finishing are going to be extremely important. But what I didn't leave out is I did not leave out defense, rebounding, and some playmaking as well, which I think is going to be extremely important. So for this build, we went with a power forward because when I looked at center builds, it just became too much of sacrificing the things I really wanted to be able to have. So we went with a power forward. On this build, I looked at a few different things, right? We looked at a 6'9", a 6'8" because of speed, being able to put a bunch of vertical on to still be able to jump off. We even went up to a 7'10", a 7 foot. But I decided to go down to a 6'10" power forward for this build. As we start putting all this together, you're going to understand that height isn't being put in place of other aspects like speed and strength. Height is going to be extremely important for us, okay? So we're going to go down to a 214-pound power forward. Now, listen. You're going to look at this and go, wait a second. What are we doing here? Because we want to make sure that we can still defend bigger guys, right? Well, we put down our wingspan to only a 7 foot. And this is going to be able to get our strength up to an 84, which we need for some badges like Box Out Beast. All right. So power forward, 6'10", 214 pounds, 7 foot wingspan. Now, let's go ahead and start off with our close shot here. We are only going to put this up to a 60. Again, when you're in the Park and you're running things correctly, this is a pick and pop build, but can also drive in and dunk, which you'll see here in just a second. Our driving layup, we're going to have at a 76. Our dunking, we are going to have at an 86. Yeah, 86. As you can see, we're going to get two-step, bunny, whistle. All those badges increase from an 85 to an 86, along with one of my favorite badges, which is right down here, which is the Hall of Fame spin cycle. All right. We do want to make sure that we have some standing dunk on this build. So we're going to have an 84 standing dunk. And we just put, say, post control up to a 31. This is kind of the leftover badge points that we have, okay? Our mid-range shot, we're going to put up to a 77 for our shooting, okay? Dangerous mid-range. You're going to see again, if you want to make sure that you are being able to pull up in the mid-range, be able to be consistent, this is going to be a big one. All right, so 84 on our three-point shooting. As you can see, this gives us Deadeye at silver, which I think is really important. This is going to be a great point for you to be at. I have a lockdown build that's only an 80 three-point shooting, and I can hit consistently. So on this build, I'm extremely excited to run Park, get in there, be dangerous, be able to stretch the floor. But as you can see, we can still get in there. Slam dunk. All right. Free throw, we're going to put up just to a 64. This isn't really meant to be a rec build, but you're going to be able to see once we finish laying this out, it is going to be able to be dangerous in rec as well. All right, our pass accuracy, my favorite number so far for pass accuracy is 77. I really like Needle Threader. It pops up a lot when I'm doing my passes, and I think, it pays off, especially when you're playing off ball. You get the ball, you don't have a shot, you're not looking to create a shot. So let me go ahead and pass it off to somebody who's open, and that needle threader comes into play. All right, here's where we start getting dangerous, okay? Ball handle, we have up to a 75, and our speed with ball, we have up to a 70. All right, look at this again. 75 ball handle, 70 speed with ball, 77 pass accuracy. You're going to hold your own. Imagine being the 3 against a 7-foot, 7'3" center that's trying to guard you. You were dancing around him, okay? There's a lot of ball handle dribble moves that unlock at this range that you wouldn't normally get, and this is going to make you really dangerous, all right? So interior defense, I said we're going to have to play against some of these bigger boys. So 82 interior defense. Here are the perimeter defense, and the steals is kind of where we're sacrificing a little bit. So our steal is only going to be at a 27, perimeter defense at a 46. Our block, one of my favorite things again this year is being able to get these blocks. We're going to be an 89, and then we're going to make sure that we have rebounding on this build. I really imagine this build being really, really dangerous in the 2s. So being able to have our defensive rebound and our offensive rebound, which I think is one of the more underrated stats this year for a big guy. Offensive rebounding is huge this year, especially with the way that the ball is bouncing off the rim. If you can chase it down, you can grab it. It's really important, okay? So speed, we're going to put up to a 76. And since we do have some dribbling, we were going to put our acceleration up to a 69. Again, for those big guys that you're going against, and even some more defensive lacking, kind of middle range people that are going to be playing the 3 in park, you're going to be able to, again, dance around them, all right? So our strength, we are actually going to put up to an 84, as I discussed when we're making the build. You can see that box out beast, bulldozer, all of that goes into play here, okay? And then we are going to go ahead and put our vertical up to a 75. Since we're only a 6'10", being able to get up with our chase down, being able to get up with our posterizer, being able to jump is extremely important being at this size. And then I'm putting the stamina all the way up to a 99. This is the build. You need a 3 in the park. You need a big guy for the 2s. This is the build to use. You can drive in and dunk. You can grab the ball under the rim and dunk. You can shoot your 84 three-point shot. You can dribble the ball. You have defense. You have rebounding. You have strength. You have speed. What else do you need? Now, there is some capability of making some adjustments. I looked at lowering the three-point shot, maybe putting a little bit more in defense, right? Lowering down to like a 78, maybe an 80, putting those points into defense around maybe steals more in particular, because I think you could be able to snag some stuff. But the way Interceptor is playing this year, I decided it wasn't even worth it. Let's put it where we can actually make a difference, which is stretching the floor even more and being more consistent. So, what are our shades? Let's take a look here. We have shades of Evan Mobley, Jeremy Grant, Antoine Jameson. Ooh, the GOAT, Antoine Jameson. All right, guys, this is our inside-out threat build. Again, run it in the park. 2s, 3s, it doesn't matter. You can even bring this build to the 1v1 court, and it will dominate. That's it for this build video, guys. If you like the video, make sure that you give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below if you want to make any changes to it. If you tried it out, let me know in the comments below. That's it for this one. We'll see you next time.